Hello everyone, welcome to another video on my channel. Today's topic is how to register private cars in Germany. If you are new to my channel, I made a video about how to get cashback with online shopping or in-store shopping in Germany. So there will be a link in the description box, you can have a look. So let's start today's video then. So as I said, today's topic is how to register private cars in Germany. So if you have bought a used car in Germany, you have to register the car from the so-called Zulassungsstelle in Germany. So the first thing you're gonna need to register your car is an appointment, because in Germany, as you know, without appointment nothing actually works. So you have to make an appointment in the Zulassungsstelle. There are portals for online appointment. You can Google for it. For example, if I Google Kfz Zulassungstermin Stuttgart, then I will find the appointment link from where I can get the appointments for car registration. If you don't find the date within a few days, which will be the case, especially in Corona time, it has become really difficult to get an appointment in the near future. So usually you will find like in 2-3 weeks of time, but don't worry, just book the earliest time you get, and time to time you just come back to this portal and see if some appointment or if some slot is free for you or not. I also got my appointment like this, because some people may have booked his appointment and then cancelled it, so it becomes free. So this way you can also get appointment in short period of time. So the second thing you're gonna need to register your car is your personal ID card or passport, and some people may have their like residence or visa attached with the passport, so they will have to take their passport, of course, to identify themselves. The third thing you're gonna need is so-called EVB-Nummer. So this is the insurance number. So in Germany, it's compulsory to have a car liability insurance. So you must have a car liability insurance, which is in German called Kfz Haftpflichtversicherung. And when you complete the registration with the insurance company, they will instantly provide you a 7-digit number, usually combined with number and letters. So that number you're gonna need. The fourth thing you're gonna need, in German they call it Zulassungsbescheinigung Teil 1 and Teil 2. So when you buy the car, usually you're given two documents. One is called like Fahrzeugschein, which is Zulassungsbescheinigung Teil 1, and the another one is Fahrzeugbrief, which is called Zulassungsbescheinigung Teil 2. So you're gonna need both the documents to register your car. And in the Zulassungsstelle, you will be given a new Zulassungsbescheinigung Teil 1 from the authority, and in the Teil 2 a new entry will be put, like your information, your name and address will be put in the Zulassungsbescheinigung Teil 2. So you will get the old Zulassungsbescheinigung Teil 2 with your name in it, attached in it, but you'll be given a new Zulassungsbescheinigung Teil 1. So these are the documents where all the information about car is put. In Germany, you will always have to carry your Zulassungsbescheinigung Teil 1 with the car. So you can also put it in the car, but you can also keep it in your wallet. Like, never put your Zulassungsbescheinigung Teil 2 in the car. You can keep it in your home. And if you lease a car, usually this document is kept by the leasing company. The fifth thing you're gonna need is inspection report. So in Germany, if you buy a new car, you'll be given a 3 years like a general inspection report. So in these 3 years you will not have to go to any general inspection center in Germany. You can go to a TÜV center, you can also DEKRA or GTU. As I said before, if you have bought a new car, general inspection is valid for 3 years. If it becomes older than 3 years, then in every 2 years you'll have to go through this inspection. So you will also need this document. So the number 6 is SEPA approval form. You can also fill it up online and then take it to the Sulasungstelle. If you forget to bring this document to the Sulasungstelle, they will give you one and then you will have to fill it up there. But I suggest you to fill it up home and then take it to the Sulasungstelle. So this is the document by which you give the authority to the customs office, like in Germany they call it Zollamt, that they are allowed to charge you yearly tax. The Sulasungstelle will forward your SEPA approval form to the Zollamt or customs office, and then you will have to pay the tax yearly according to your car carbon dioxide emission and engine size. So there will be a link in the description box. As you can see, this link will be put in the description box. You can download this form from there and you can also fill it up from there. So number 7 thing you're gonna need in the Sulasungstelle, which is optional for you, you can reserve a number. So you can reserve this number online, and then you can also take your number plate with you, and then the Sulasungstelle will put 2 stamps on the number plates. If you reserve a number, you will have to pay €2.60 for the reservation. And this is in German called Wunschkennzeichnen. It means this is not a random number. You chose it yourself. So that's why you will have to pay €10.20 extra. In total, for this Wunschkennzeichnen, you will have to pay €12.80. As I said, in the Sulasungstelle, you can bring your number plate with you, but don't worry if you are not sure that whether you have got this number or not. You will not have to take the number plate with you. When you are done with the registration, they will give you some time to print this number plate from a third-party store, and then you can print your number plate from that store and then go back to the Sulasungstelle again, and then they will put the sticker on this. Another thing which is going to be needed in the Sulasungstelle, if you are not available, like if you don't want to go yourself, you can also send someone on behalf of you, and they can also register your car. And in that case, you will have to give power of attorney to him. So it's like in German, it's called schriftliche Vollmacht. And in that case, personal ID of this third person will also be needed. So number 8 is the money, of course. Like you cannot register your car without money. And in Germany, usually it's €28 for car registration, and as I said before, €12.80 if you want to take a special number for use. And to print the number plates from a third-party store, you will have to pay around €35. Usually all the amounts can be paid with the card, but I suggest to take some bar also, because in Germany, you know, bar is very popular. And the next thing I'm going to give you is some bonus tips. So as I said before, in Corona time, it's getting increasingly difficult to book an appointment in the Sulasungstelle. In that case, you can go without appointment in person to the Sulasungstelle. I know it's risky. If you have, let's say, 1 or 2 hours of extra time, you can try your luck. I know some friends of mine who have become successful because they were not getting appointments online, so, and they also needed to register their car immediately. So they just went to the Sulasungstelle in person without appointment, and then when they were given a slot on site, they just completed their insurance online, and then they found this EVB number, and then they completed the registration. Another thing which is important is called this green badge or grüne Plakate. This is like an environmental badge, so don't forget to ask for it. Sometimes the employees, they forget to give you this, so don't forget to ask that you're gonna need this grüne Plakate or badge to put in front of the car, so windshield of the car. Let's say if you are so busy and you don't have time to register your car yourself, then you can also look for third-party service provider. So the keyword to look for would be like a Zulassungsdienst and the name of the place. For example, if I live in Stuttgart, I would Google Zulassungsdienst Stuttgart, and then there will be a few service provider link. I can just go to them and then I can order. Usually it's expensive, like more than 100 euros. But as I said, if you don't have time and if you have money, then you can also appoint a third party to register your car. Another thing which may be needed is which is the Zulassungsantrag, and I will put a link in the description box. You can have a look and you can fill it up. Usually it's not needed. I didn't need it, but you can anyways fill it up. If you want someone else to complete your car registration on behalf of you, then of course you're gonna need it. So I can quickly show you how it looks like. So this is the Kfz Zulassungsantrag I was talking about. In the first box, you will have to write down the Kennzeichen. Kennzeichen is the car's number, like whatever number you have reserved or got. And the second thing is FIN. FIN is the car's ID number. You will find in the Zulassungsbescheinigung Teil 1. And then this EVB code. So this is the number you get from the insurance I was talking about. If like Firmennummer is like company name. If you are not registering your car for a company, you don't need it. Unwählplakate is the one that's a green badge I was talking about. You're gonna cross on yeah, you need it. If it's not any seasonal number, then you will not need to write anything in this box. If you have bought an electric car, then you'll have to cross this one too. If you don't want to pay any tax, then you have to cross it here, and you'll have to also show the reason, but usually you don't need it. And as I said before, if you want to give authority to any third person, then the information of this third person will be put in this box. And halter means yourself. So that's it from my side today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and I hope to see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.